Hello, this is Larissa sharing with you and for my own records, keeping a track of my adventures in Nunofelting, specifically in felting in general. I'm new to felting and I started with Nunofelting. And in my previous video, I showed you my experiments trying to work with this crepe silk. And that was my sample. It was a sleeve from a dress that I got a few of those dresses, and that was the back side, and that was the front. It was I used matching blue wool fiber, merino wool, and white viscose, as you could see, and it was okay, but it's not where I was going. So the next day I have kept at it, and so this was the second sleeve. The shrinking ratio was a lot higher, so if we compare, it's a, let me just zoom out just a little bit, so you could see this. Also, I used the same kind of scheme. I used light viscose and dark blue wool, and I felted it a little bit more, and I ended up with much tighter pattern here, as you could see. And let me zoom in. The hair does come through quite a bit, but it's not. It hasn't eaten up my silk, which is what I tried to preserve, the beautiful crepe silk, and very light, very pliable, very not necessarily, maybe it does have some stiffness to it. Would be perfect for a tunic or a vest or a jacket or something like that. Even a skirt, it has it's a little flowy, but maybe a little too stiff for a scarf. That's my kind of opinion. So that was 1, 2 was better, and then I got carried away and I started experimenting. So that I'm showing you the next experiment. Here you could see that I laid out the wool fairly lightly, and it was not covered fully 100%, and I did not use viscose this time, and I draped the silk on the front a little bit, and I was very happy with the results. It gave me what I'm overall after, light, stretchy piece of textile. If I was making it for a wearable piece, I would definitely use viscose here, just to kind of make it more pleasant to the body. But this, I was getting really close, and when I was draping it, I just basically draped it like a few of this rosettes, and then I laid wool on top of that, and I started felting. And it's not over felted, but it's it's fun. It's a fun piece, and I was very happy with that. And inspired by that, I created my next masterpiece, which I'm about to share with you. Look at that. Instead of using the wool to fully cover, that was the top already from the same dress. You could see the same colors. Instead of covering the whole piece with the wool layout, I just use these diagonals crisscrossing lines, and they, for the most part, I felt it fairly well, and they shrunk, and they created this beautiful beautiful textile, and I am very pleased with that. Again, there's still room for improvement, but you could see, and let me zoom in a little bit. You could see these lines, that are where we have the wool penetration showing up, but the textile is just fabulous. I love it, and that was it. I am excited. I think if I'm making a boho skirt, for example, a summer skirt, putting this kind of pieces might be very appropriate because it's very light, it's very fluffy, it's very playful, and the fabric looks fabulous, I think. Although maybe not the strongest, still in a couple places it didn't quite take, but overall it was amazing. It was amazing and I loved it. So far, I think this is my favorite piece because it is really showing the silk. It is really, it really looks different. It is a joy to, I mean, tactile. It feels fabulous. So, is it the strongest piece? Probably not. But is it possible to make it stronger? I'll work on it. But overall, it just took fairly well. You know, even the corners. Not that it doesn't need some, you know, fixing here and there little things, but overall, it holds a lot of potential, and I am excited to share that with you, to look at this beauty, and encouraged by that. I hope you are too. So I'm signing off, and best of luck to you in your felting adventures and in your felting fun. Signing off.